Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Three Men and a Vape Show. Yes, it is Wednesday. It's 8 p.m. It effing is. Like a good man used to say. You might be able to see that we've got our wonderful casters. The wonderful Flat Cat Vapor.
Evening.
The onion eater of men. Did you see the size of his onions?
They were proper onions.
But the thing about it is nobody lives in the sticks where people grow them type of onions.
Well, there must be a lot of steroids around here then.
They were huge onions. And let's go down to the small onion man, the one and only vapemill bro.
This is bullshit.
They were shallots.
No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. Next time we're going to meet up and we're going to measure his onions. We're going to whip his onions out and measure them.
So if you don't know what this is about, you need to be on the Facebook page. Now, big shout out to Matty Hardy, who is sorting the Facebook page out. He's absolutely smashing this out of the ballpark. He's got us doing challenges. So this week we had to grate onions. Now
we should be so nice to him. Look, we've been nice to him, and that's our first challenge: to grate onions until we cry. And we're being nice to him.
I'll tell you what, I sat down there and I cried. It kept squirting in my eyes.
What about the onions?
Yeah, I know how my wife feels now. Ladies and gentlemen, you will also see the original Three Men and a Vape Show, the king that he is, the one and only Mr. Coily.
I haven't had a chance to do the jazz hands for months and months and months. Mate, looking like the king as well with your hair.
Yeah, you're looking really good. You're looking quite cavalier.
It's great to see you on screen. Yeah, that'll do on screen. It's great to see you, son.
It's nice to be here. Nice to be back for a short while.
You've been missed. People have missed you around the vape community. People have missed you being on the show. You're one of the nicest people in vaping, and you're a good mate of mine, and you have been proper missed.
I've missed being here. I've missed the chat and everything else. It's just been a funny old year. But yeah, absolutely missed being here.
It has been a funny old year for all of us, hasn't it, really, with everything that's been going off.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure that a lot of people will see as well in chat that he is looking slim as Jim.
So I have been, we got through lockdown. I started at lockdown. I've always been a fat bastard, I know that. And we were getting towards the lockdown. I think I put about another £10 on something like that. Said, right, time to sort it out. Time to lose some weight. And I have lost just short of 2 stone in about 3 months, I think. End of June we started. So I've on Facebook. So the one thing that I did, and my wife says, I'm not doing that. I put my weight on Facebook because I am ashamed of it, but I don't care who knows about it. And the one thing by putting it on Facebook, everybody can see, and it keeps me right on track because I'm terrified of going on Facebook and saying I've put £6 on this week. So unfortunately, it's been down, and I had an up week. Was it I put £1 on last week? I think something like that. No, the week before, let's put £1 on, and then lost 4 again this week. So
and the good thing is when you reach whatever target you're trying to get to, you'll look back in 2 years' time on your old Facebook memories, and you'll go, "Crikey, look, yeah, I did that." So it's a good way of saving your how you've been getting on with it as well.
It is, and the people that have been going on and giving me support and saying it's just been great. Absolutely love it. So that was my challenge. I stopped smoking however many years ago. It wasn't motivation. And I said I'm not losing the weight at the same time. So the next step was losing weight. So that's where I am now. So
big shout out to Devil Vapor, big love, bro. The thing is, if you remember when we did can you remember when we got dressed up?
Oh God, yeah.
You sat there in a leotard, pink leotard, wasn't it?
Yeah, pink leotard and no, was it pink? Was it pink? No, it was a green leotard, wasn't it? And a pink something or other. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I remember it. And I can remember I had to cut the crotch out of the leotard because I was too fat to get into it. It was the only way I could get in.
So Mr. Coily was sat there with his balls out.
Yeah. I just had to be careful I didn't stand up.
So we sat there and I think I went and got Lou's bra, did I? Or did I get a swimsuit or something?
Something like that, yeah.
And we sat there and did a full stream, me in a swimsuit and you in your big leotard. And it definitely looked like let's get physical.
That came later though.
For you to do that, I remember talking before streams and stuff, and it were a big thing for you to be able to do that with your weight.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I've never ever, right. I'm ashamed of the size that I am, but I've never been sort of frightened of going out there. I was what I was, and that's it. So I'm not. If people want to diss me for being bigger, then that's fine. So that bit's never bothered me. I've never ever bothered what people thought of me or what people say about me behind my back. It doesn't. It's one of the things that's never fazed me. But
Do you think ashamed is quite a harsh word? Now, between you and Gaz, you're 6'3", 6'4", aren't you, Mr. Coiley?
yeah.
And so you're the same size as Gaz. Obviously, you had problems with your weight as well, didn't you, Gaz?
Yeah. But you get to a stage where you feel a lot more comfortable. It's amazing the confidence you get just from losing a couple of stone. You know, and then you think, oh, I can do this, and so you lose a bit more, and then you get to. I've actually gained since lockdown or during lockdown, but you get to a point and you're like, I'm happy here, you know, but then you think, oh, I'll lose it a bit more, and I'm happy here. Yeah, it does make a difference, especially confidence. I noticed was the main thing for me. I felt a lot more confident once I'd lost some weight.
I think it's one of the things that you can't really understand until you've tried. Because I've always kind of gone, yeah, weight loss, it's easy. But I've got a massive visceral fat problem. In other words, if anyone that doesn't know what that means, basically I've got a beer belly. Now, the problem with that is I don't drink. I don't overeat. The only thing I do have is a lot of sugar. So I've cut that out, I've started exercising. But it just doesn't seem to disappear. And visceral fat's supposed to be the easiest fat to get rid of. And no matter what I do, it just does not go. So I think you can't really appreciate weight loss until you've tried it. Then once I've done this much in that time, then it's kind of like, wow, congrats.
Is visceral fat the one that's actually around your belly sort of thing?
It's one that sits around your organs. So like my stomach, if I tense my stomach and you touch it, it's rock hard. But it does look like I'm pregnant. It does, because it goes round your abdomen stuff. Rather than outside, just underneath your skin, it goes in and around your organs. So when you tense and stuff, it just goes rock solid. It's weird.
My fat's always been going in and around my organs. It's the first time I've seen him in my organs in about 2 years, I think now.
I bet Ellen's happy.
The one thing I learned from losing weight was I understood my body more and what it likes and doesn't like and what works. Because you'll find there's certain foods that you can eat loads of and you know your body burns them, and other stuff you just not. And I found bread for me is the worst thing I could possibly.
Bread's an absolute killer for me. I hate watery veggies. I've always hated courgettes, broccoli, all that sort of stuff. Just I don't like it. But the one I'm not going to sell the virtues of Slimming Well. But the one thing with Slimming Well is you have all this veg speed food and stuff like that. And I'm getting right used to it now. I'm honestly really enjoying it. I used to sit down all night with, I don't know, some chocolate or some crisps or a glass of vodka or whatever. That was my sort of snacking while I was sat watching TV. But now I've shifted that to celery sticks with some light cream cheese dip, strawberries, grapes. You rely on a little bit of cheese. What else do I have? That's about it. And that's my sort of snack for the night. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I could never get it. Even eating chocolate and stuff now is too sweet. Just can't do it. So for me, it's just a lifestyle change. It's a big thing, but gaining the weight was a real problem because you put weight on very slowly and you never think anything of it. I mean, you go back to when I got married, I was 13 stone, I think, something like that, and I was a 32-inch waist. And all right, going back a lot of years, I'm 52 now. That was 23. But you sort of put it on a bit by bit by bit by bit, and a lot of that was drinking. So I used to go to Round Table when I was sort of that age, and I used to go out 12, 15 pints of beer at a Round Table night. You'd think nothing of it. And it just built up steady and steady and steady, and you never think anything of it until you get to that point where you think, Jesus Christ, I'm that heavy now. It's so good. Helen's just got an exercise bike from Aegis, one of these sort of cheaper ones. I can't get on it. I'm too heavy to get on it. Once I've dieted, once I've got to my target weight, I can get on it, but I can't get on it at the moment.
Thing about it though is if you look at your size now, 13 stone at 6'4" surely isn't right. You would have been maybe underweight.
No, that's what the say I should be. So I should be 13 stone. Height I am. That's what I should be.
You see, Flatcap, you've always been obviously active with your basketball and stuff like that. Did you sort of like stop that to put your weight on, or?
No, I was a pretty big lad all the way through school and everything. I've always been on the bigger side. But it does, like Simon said, it does creep up as well a little bit. In the early 20s, it crept up. I've always been active, but I just gained weight, but then I kind of sat at like 22 stone for 5 years, and I could eat what I like, and I just didn't gain. And then eventually I thought, I need to sort this out, because it was struggling a little bit, so especially with work, and my knees too heavy to be climbing in and out of lofts and being on my knees, you know, doing work like that. So yeah, just same kind of thing. I just kind of had warning signs and thought I need to do something about it.
Ollie, what height are you, Ollie?
Never measured. I don't measure things. I don't know what weight I am.
You must have a rough guess of what height you are.
Everything's 12 inches apparently.
Yeah.
It's all to do with your fucking onions. You're very small.
No, that's it. Just big hands. Big hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to say big love to everybody who's in chat. I'm sorry that we started chatting away. Big love to everybody in chat, and big love to all the support you keep giving this show. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Please get over to the Facebook group. There's loads of stuff going off there daily. Matt is doing an absolute corking job of there. So big love. Harley, are we going to do the people who comment on the after show?
That depends. Have you got a blooper?
Mate, a blooper. We've got a bumper.
Have we got one?
We've got one. And this, please, just in case, I've tried to make sure that it's like, so it don't blow your ears off, because I know Devil Vapor was saying this. We are going in the style of a little bit of reggae.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So this is Gazers. Leave the comments if you're in the replay.
Say hello to the people who left a comment. Say hello to the people who left a comment. Something like that, I don't know. Say hello.
So that was a little bit of the reggae style of leave the comments, leave your messages down in the comments. If you are on replay, big love to you. Thank you very much again for showing your love to us. Are you going to give the shout outs, Mr. Harley?
Gary Kenny came and pointed out I drunk Edinburgh last week, which is always nice.
Yeah, Gary Kenny is one of my best mates. I love him so much. He's so funny. And he did send me a message afterwards saying, mate, you were drunk. And also I had a comment from Jay from the Rochford Project saying how much he giggled at me slurring last week. Now, if you talk to Mr. Coily, we did that show like that for at least 50 or 60 of them, didn't we?
Yeah.
The best thing about when you're drunk for a show, though, is you're like, no, it'll be all right. And then you quite often come on and go, all right, guys, I'm right drunk. And then at the end of it, you go, I don't think we noticed I was drunk.
You know it's bad when he asks us to introduce the show. That's what
Yeah, sort it out, lads. Sort it out, lads.
Could be worse. It could be phoning you. Guys, can you start? I don't think they'll know.
Just while we're talking about me being drunk, I am doing Stop October. Or Sober October. So it's Stop October for the Macmillan. I'm sure Matty will stick the pledge in there. So if you can spare a quid or whatever, we'll be talking about it a little bit more. My last show of me being or me being drunk will be on this show on, I think, was it the 30th?
30th, yeah.
So we'll have a good drink on that day, and then for 31 days I'm going to be sober. A lot of people have took the piss out of me, saying you're never going to be able to do it. I'm going to do it. My wife sat down there. The pubs know about it, so I'm not going to be able to get a drink or anything like that. So and we're going to be vlogging it each day, taking a photograph, see how my face changes, and I'm going to try and eat a little bit better. So if you can spare £1, please donate.
I'd also like to point out that Vapemill won't be open throughout October because I'll be following Aidan round to make sure he's not drinking. Yeah. You can see that vlog on my channel. Right, so Read It obviously took my moaning about not enough comments because he pretty much spammed his comment feed.
Nice.
But one of the comments that does stand out is he quoted Proper Coil saying influencers tend to promote stuff without being critical. Reviewers will give a full picture of the product. Which it would be nice to just get a bit more input on that debate through the comments. Grumpster came and said, sorry, missed the show. But obviously watched it on replay. We're not going to read that comment because it's spam. Gav Evans, great show, guys. She's got a very nice profile picture. I'm sure it's genuine. The late night.
I don't know what's happening because it's like straight away after the show, there's about 14 comments from like these bots who were then saying, I've not got a girlfriend. Is flat cap there, or is Harley gay, or I have to get rid of it also.
They're not bots. They're my spare accounts.
One comment off Reedy that I did like was do giving vapemill more work to do. That did make me smile. Late Night Vape Show commented. Wayne Laughland commented, and Late Night Vape Show actually commented saying, "I've got 9 more comments to make before I catch up with Reader," and then a bit later on commented, 8 more comments to catch up with Reader. But there's this week's comments. Thanks for joining in, guys, including Reader. Thank you for all them excuses to practice reading.
He's my Superman, mate. Old Reedy.
Reading.
Give me a great excuse to practice my reading.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we will say to anybody who's watching on that replay, you mean just as much as to us as the people who are watching live, and we do love you live as well. Big love to you. The support that we're getting for the show is absolutely fantastic. We were talking about it the other day, one with Flat Cap and Vapemill. It's going strength to strength.
It's great, yeah, and it's really nice. People have gone over in the Facebook group and take the mickey out of us on the Onion Challenge. Speaking of which, everyone in chat, if you have seen us all great onions, who won? Someone's got to be win it. Because everyone voted. I got like 16 votes that I was going to be the biggest girl. So I'm not having that. Who do people think I am?
To be honest, I think I moan the most. I
don't know.
I think my personally, I think you won because you had big onions.
They did hurt. I'm not going to lie. They killed. The whole room had to be defumigated. Is that a word?
For 3 days afterwards, though, I had 3 baths, and my fingers still smell of onions. So the next, what's the next challenge?
Well, Matty, I'm not even going to say what he wanted us to do because we're just not doing it. So what we got?
No, tell him.
Matt wanted us to shave one leg, but we had to shave it with whichever tool our wife or good lady wanted us to use. So my missus was out there with a bloody pitchfork.
The thing about it is I sort of stuck up for a bit of Flat Cap. Now, Arlie was like, "Hey, let's do it. We're shaving like half a leg off." I don't give a shit. And I'm like, the poor lad's going to go to work, get up in lofts and stuff with like one leg unshaven. He's not.
Because I said, I'll have to do both then. I was up for it. I'll do both. He's like, "No, you got to do one." Like, fine, do one on camera, one off. But what are we doing instead? We've got to eat marshmallows or something?
Yeah, I think it's Marshmallow Challenge. We're going to stuff as many marshmallows in our mouths.
Oh, we need to agree on what type of what brand. Anyone in chat got any suggestions? Do we get them massive ones so we can only fit like 2 or 3 in?
See, Rob Stanley's got something here now. He said, I was quite a little bit upset that obviously we're doing the challenges. I'm sure that our Matty, who sat down there in the Facebook land, should at least do one of them.
Yeah.
I think
maybe one week we should set a challenge for him.
For Matt. And then what we'll do is we'll film it and we'll put it on here live.
Yeah.
He can shave one of his fucking legs off.
The reason I didn't mind that is because I am naturally jet black haired. And usually people that are naturally jet black haired are quite hairy. Not me. Look, I'm just... There's no hair on me apart from... Well, I'm not going to talk about where there is hair, but the point being is my legs have practically got no hair on. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do that.
Have.
You want me to tell that I've done it?
The thing about being a fat kid as well, we were talking about weight and stuff, being a fat kid, I was DJing in town in Doncaster, and they were doing it for cancer, which is absolutely fantastic, and they sold, the strips, wax strips. So I'm sat there, and I've got man boobs, my fat's all out, my stretch marks are out, and they've sat me on a fucking stool. So what they've done is, there's £1 a strip, 100 odd strips got sold, and they're just lining round, and they're just sticking them on me, ripping them off any other way. There were blood, there were shit, all over. And I because you're getting, I don't know about you lads, when you put a bit of weight on, like when you get a little bit nervous, do you sweat a bit more? I was sweating, and I was so like embarrassed, but they ripped half my skin off and everything. Good cause, but I felt like a dick.
Yeah.
So, another thing now, Mr. Coily. Obviously, you can see that he's got a bit of a change of beard and hair. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So this started from work. One of my so I manage a team of 15 people, and one of the youngest members of the team said to me one morning on our so we have a what we call a stand up every morning, which is where you get on and sort of talk about what you did the day before and what you're going to be doing today. But we all go on video, and he says, you're going a bit grey. I said, no, sod off. And he says, no, you ought to dye your hair. He says, you won't dye your hair. I says, right, I will. I'll dye it. So I spoke to our HR department and said, look, I'm going to dye my hair. I said, I'm going to go for real and natural colours. And I said, do you want to do it for charity? Because we've got a few charities in the company that are sort of our main fundraisers. And they said, yeah, do it for charity. And I expected to get like, I don't know, 100 quid, something like that for doing it. And I basically put on the thing, I said, right, for everybody who donates, I said, I'll divide it by 5. Whoever puts the biggest donation in, I said, I'll keep it, to that many weeks. I'll say £5 a week. And I thought, 20 quid somebody's going to put in, I'm going to have to keep it for 4 weeks. So-called friend of mine at work decided, no, I'll put 150 quid in. So that's me for 6 months, I think. And my daughter, she was supposed to get married at the beginning of August. But that was obviously cancelled for obvious reasons. That's been now moved to Good Friday next year. And my hair colour challenge finishes the week before her wedding. But she's actually said, you've got to keep your hair colour for your wedding. This colour isn't supposed to be this colour. So I started off, I had it bleached, because you need to have your hair bleached to get all the sort of proper colours out of it. So I had it bleached. Looks a bit like, what's he called? Logical Song Scooter. For a couple of weeks. And then we dyed it green. So it was bright green when we first put it on. We put there's pictures on Facebook. We put this sort of lovely dark green on. I thought, that's not too bad, nice dark green. Washed it off, and it's like luminous green. And that only lasted, it's supposed to last 4 weeks, something like that, but it didn't. So we said, right, we're going to do a permanent. And this is supposed to be midnight blue, but it's not. It's midnight. It's not solid blue. It's like black. So, but this is permanent. So it's going to be however long this stays on for. So
you do look pretty cool, though.
Somebody said at work today, you look evil. You look like an evil boss. Right? So. But it's for berry cancer support, and it's raised £1,325, I think, so far.
Well done.
Which is really good.
I'm same as Devil Vapor. I think it suits you, mate. And I think it's also took years off you.
This is what everybody says. And I don't know, take it as an insult that I looked an old bastard before, and I'm looking a bit younger now. But
well, Darth Vape at the very beginning of the show said, "Hi guys, little bro, flat cap, vapemill, and really hard-looking guy."
Dart's another great bloke. He's a really nice lad. He's brilliant when he's pissed as well. He's like a brother to another one. He's funny as hell when he's pissed. But yeah, you're looking absolutely fantastic.
It's different. Everybody, my daughter kicked it off with saying I look like Ali G. When I had it bleached blonde, she said I look like Eminem, and this time it's Ali G. I've actually got an Ali G hat down there, but I'm not going to put it on.
Look, you've mentioned it. It's got to go on.
Yeah,
God. I'm going to mess my hair up.
Miss your hats.
Come on, stick them on.
You'd be on the show and Solf would start talking. You put a funny hat.
I haven't got the yellow glasses. I wasn't paying out for yellow glasses. That's the one thing I wasn't doing. But there you go.
Talking about Salford, we're hoping to get Salford on as well.
Yeah. I just need the yellow jacket now.
You're halfway between Ali G and actually some sort of train spotter there, son.
Can you do the old...
No, I'm rubbish at that.
Yes.
One of the team said to this one, I've got look like I've got a pair of boxer shorts stuck on my head. So,
Salford says, Simon, you look nearly as young as me. Hopefully, we'll have to work it out. We're gonna have to get Salford on now. He's back. But yeah, you're looking absolutely wonderful, mate. And the weight loss, you can see it.
You don't see it yourself. That's the thing. You do it every day, and you see yourself in the mirror every day, and you don't see it. You start to notice the clothes are sort of going off a bit. I'm really sort of strong on this losing weight. We have the Fitbit scales, so every Saturday morning we measure it, weigh ourselves. But I'm getting now to me sort of closing down the belt holes, and it's good. I feel
so. We can't really talk about you or anything to do without the show, without this sort of thing, which obviously I were very proud. So, well, my brother was. He had one of the first ones. I had to beg you for one, but and then I ended up with about 40 of them. I've got lots of them. The coily tool, ladies and gentlemen. If you've not got a coily tool, I'm sure you can still get it from Nature Vapes. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nature Vapes in the UK and Coil Clout in the US. So
it was one of the biggest things that came out. Was it 2018 too?
It would be. It'd be in the beginning of 2018. I was working on it, I think, in 2017. I think I've got the document somewhere that told me when I registered the design for it. But yeah, it's wasn't it?
Now, when it first came out, these were all actually coming from his house. Next to where he's sat now is his 3D printer. I think it's about right, aren't we? So all these actually came literally from his house. And then you got the injected molds done. I think it was like the beginning of 2019.
Yeah.
Yep. If you have not got one of these, you need to get one of these. The change. You might think you'd be able to cut your legs properly, but these just sort of like take all the hassle out of it.
This was probably my first like personalised bit of vape equipment ever.
And you can't get them now. Gone. They're unique. So the personalised ones, yeah. I don't do. So I stopped doing anything with the 3D printing stuff. End of last year. It's just taking too much time, costing too much money. So I literally, I don't get involved now. If somebody wants to order them, they order them from, like I said, Nature Vape or Coil Clout. So
you've completely wiped your hands with it then?
Not wipe my hands. I'd still get involved with it, but it was. I don't want to be controversial, but it sort of got to the point. I'd done my bit, and we know all the stuff that happened over the years with Vandy Vape and whoever or ripping it off to a certain extent, and then it started appearing 3D printing sites and everything else, and I was giving coilies away for free, and I was getting people that were just out for a freebie and stuff like that. I just got really ticked off with the whole thing. So I just said no. One
thing to come out of it is no matter what variant of people might have, and like you say, Vandy Vape and others, it's always called a coily tool.
Yeah,
like, doesn't matter who made it. It's always a coily tool. That name is just stuck,
And I think that was the intention at the start. And I never made a profit out of coily. Never made any money. I made a loss. I mean, we sold quite a few, and obviously markets. Nature Vape was great. He helped fund it right at the start, funding the injection molded. And let's just say he sold quite a few, and we had a few dealers selling it as well. But it never made. By the time I'd bought the 3D printer and all the filaments, and you had to keep buying new heads because it was just constantly going 24/7 for a year and a half, and it just cost me an absolute fortune, and I never made anything out of it. So it's like I said, how long do you keep following that loss leader for? So the intention was really just to try and get it out there. It is the original tool. Nobody can ever take that away from me. No matter how many Vandy Vape or whoever copy, it will always be the original. I had somebody message me the other day and say I want to buy one. So I put them in touch with one of the dealers, and they said, no, I'm not paying that. I'll just go and print my own, or I'll go and sort of buy it. And that's the sort of thing. If you want the original one, it's next to nothing. Was it sort of £6-7 quid, something like that? And it's that sort of thing that I thought, it's done it's had its time, and it's still there. It's still a quality tool. It always will be a quality tool, far better than any of the products out there. And it's people's choice for them whether they want to buy it or not. But I just got really.
We've had some fun times with it though. It's all right you putting your head down and saying, "Oh, we've had all this." You had some fun times. I think one of the fun times that we had where we went to. I were nominated in the best reviewer of the year, which was I've got to put that in. They're nominated, and you and your wife were on a different table to us. We were sat there. There were me, Vic, Empire, TVP, And there was also the wonderful Devil Vapor who came second in that. And he come up with a corking line when he got up there. CBWs for everybody have a cheeky bum wank. He were absolutely trolled. We had a right good night as well on that. And then we were all waiting for this best accessory. And you sort of like an inkling that you'd won it because they'd already sort of like got in touch with you. And then you and your wife sat down there at the table. And then it came out. And we were like stood on the tables. Me, Devil Vapor, TVP, they were all of us stood on this table just screaming your name, weren't we, as you walked up. You and your wife. You took Ellen up and Ellen didn't want to go.
No. I cannot take away all. I wouldn't have changed any of it because it was. I met some great people. I think the reason for Coily was when I started getting into doing the casting with you and Dan, yeah, right at the start, and like I said, meeting all the people and seeing all the reviews using it. So you got Vic and yourself and Devil Vapor and Mike Vapes and all those,
and all the big US ones. Yeah,
and the support that I got from all of those reviewers was just I honestly couldn't have wished for any more. And that's what made it. I remember the day when the Toolmakers Coilmaster brought out their copy, and nearly all the reviewers said, "You've got to take that off the shelf. It's not fair. You've got Coily." And Coilmaster listened, and they said, "Right, we'll do it. We'll take it off." And that was down to all of the review scene that supported Coily. So I cannot take away all the good times. And I said, my sort of downer was the end of this year, and I thought it wasn't me having a downer on the products. It was just it's had its run, and it's just become more now like a product. I think there was a lot of support from vendors, particularly overseas. I was always a bit disappointed with the support from vendors in the UK. So you got a lot of the smaller companies would take it on. A lot of the bigger companies that I tried to approach said, "No, not interested, not interested, not interested," and they just blew me out completely. That support would have been really nice, but I just got kicked back on a lot of the big.
Well, even to the point now, I did the Kylin AIO, and I built it on that one. So they put a Coily tool in there. Their Coily tool. So in my review, it's thrown out.
Yeah.
And you've shown you've had the same support from. Same people who are in here, Devil Vapor, Vixen, all the people have always supported you that way.
Yeah, and it's like I said, all those people that support me, you know me and the vape scene and drama and stuff like that. I don't get involved. I've got a lot of friends that I've met over the years, and I don't care who's friends with who. All of those friends have stood by me from day one, and there'll always be those. And most of my friends are in the vape scene anyway. And they still are. And I've been out of it for sort of about 9 months now. I've sort of been 6-9 months. I've sort of been out of that scene just for a bit because I just needed that. I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. I'd moved jobs. We were going to move house at one point. I used to freelance. I shut my freelance company down. So there was sort of difficult times with managing my money and things like that. So it was it's been a bit of a shitty year, but it's sort of now things are getting sorted out and it's getting back to normal. So
the biggest thing, you have been missed.
I've honestly, I do miss the vape scene. I do miss all the friends that I've got, all the people I've met. And we were down at the expo. I can't remember when I was last there. Was it October? Must have been it wasn't 2019. Was it May 2019? I think I was last at expo, and a couple of times before that. And again, just meeting the people down there. It's just absolutely brilliant. I met obviously you, Gaz. I think that was the first time I met you at the last expo that I went to.
Yeah.
And Vic and Dean and Gailey and Zan and everybody else. Just so, and there's no, for me, there was never any, sort of ulterior motive. It was just no hidden agenda. Everybody was just so friendly, and I just, so many people, and I really do miss that vape scene. I really do.
Just to let Spanners know that's not Vic. That's not Vic.
Fooled me for a minute though, I'm not going to lie. Did a good job.
That's not Vic. So if he comes back in, just make sure you time out. That's not Vic. Mate, obviously I've been with you for a long time. And doing the shows have been absolutely fantastic. And you have been missed. So hopefully you might make a few more appearances on the show, and it'd be lovely to have you here. You can always turn it into 4 Men and a Vape show.
Yeah, it's taken me. When did I start my new job? So I actually started the new job back in March 2019. And I was freelancing. It's a company I worked for on and off for years and years and years. So I was freelancing for them for the first 9 months, and then I went to work for them full time this year. And it's taken me till literally just this month to actually get everything sorted out that I want to get sorted out, get my team in the way I want my team. And I've got a fantastic team that I work with, a fantastic company that I work for. And I'm now sort of life's just easing itself out, and I'm getting back to normal. So it's been good.
Well, we normally do the tech, and we normally do the actual deals. So I think we need to get on with that. Lads, you're going to have to cut it down just slightly or get a little bit faster. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you've got a chance to win towards the end of this, the Rochford Project. You've got their 2 flavours, which are absolutely fantastic. The jam tart, and you've also got the lemon curd. If we do that properly, if I move that. Do you know when you put stuff up on the camera, you can't see what you're doing? There we go. It's that hand, Aiden. It's that hand. And that hand. You've got a chance of winning that. It's going to be roughly around about 20 minutes' time. Don't leave us, people. You've got a chance to win. He's been sending it over to the US as well. There's already been a review out from the US. We're all waiting here in the UK, but All Full Moon's put his review out there, hasn't he? So, well, that's what Jay wanted. He wanted people to test it where they wouldn't be able to get it. So, I think we should go straight to the tech. We'll put flat tat.
There's many variations.
He's got flat tits.
Flat Cap's Tech Report.
It's your tech report, bro.
Before we start, can I just say thank you to a lot of people this week that have been tagging me in new tech that they've seen. Really appreciate it. However, most of them have been pod kits. So people are ripping me for having pod kits. Don't send me pod kits for tech if you don't want pod kits. Anyway, I'll carry on. We're talking about pod kits. Let's just share this. Now, I've only got a couple. I've got quite a bit of hardware, not just pods, so it should be...
Simon, it's okay, don't worry.
Right, all see that okay?
Yep.
2 devices here from iJoy, the Pick Go. So there's 2. There's the D18, which just sounds like the T18, doesn't it? It's a 23-watt device, 1,000 milliamp hour battery, 2 mil capacity for direct lung and mouth-to-lung vaping. And also the green one you see here is just the original Pick Go. So 1,300 milliamp hour, 2 mil mesh pod, 0.6 and a 1 ohm from iJoy. So I don't understand the Pick Go, the smaller black one here, the D18. I'm like, what are they trying to do with trying to be the new T18? I don't know.
Are they trying to go a little bit Vaporesso?
Yeah, and they're trying to be a bit inicky, aren't they? I don't know. Another pod kit. I'm just thrashing through the pods. A lot of people have tagged me in this one. Thanks very much. And also Gailey put it up on the Bitches channel. I saw it. UL Caliburn G Pod, 690 milliamp hour, 2 mil capacity. Just a new Caliburn by the looks of things.
Caliburn 2.
The Caliburn G Pod. Yes.
So that means we're going to have to do a comparison video if you're doing for Vaporesso.
Yeah. Right, last thing along the pod lines, just a little update really on the Smok RPM 160. That, although I hated the look of it, I actually really like the RDTA. That's the picture. You can just see it on the box as well, what the actual, go away, what the actual deck looks like. And although it's an ugly thing, I quite liked the RPM 160. That's got an 8 mil capacity as well. So if you have got an RPM 160, then there's that. Right, a bit of battery tech for you out there if you're interested. Excuse me. Molicel released a new battery. This is the M50A. It's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And from the spec and the details and bits and bobs I've seen online, people are kind of saying it's recommended if used in single battery mode between 40 and 45 watts. But if you're using it as a dual in a dual battery device, around 90 watts is recommended. So a new blue battery from Molicel. Hooked on Funks just mentioned the Aegis Hero. Big thanks to everyone that tagged me in pictures. I've just got one here, but there have been a few out, including some really weird ones with girls. This is the Aegis Hero. Now, I don't have a lot of information on what it is exactly.
I actually do believe you've got this coming.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that because I ripped Geek Vape and they go, what do you want to see next?
No, I've been talking to people. I think you've got this on the way.
Oh gosh. Anyway, that's cool. That's cool. I can't work out whether it's an internal battery. It might possibly be an internal 2,500, 3,000 milliamp hour battery. Not sure. An 18650 pod system. So yeah, as soon as I have more information on that, hooked on function 1200 milliamp hour. So we'll have to see about that one. But what do you guys think with the Aegis line? Are they done? What should they do?
It looks good. Sorry, I'm just watching every time in all the dickheads out. Sorry. Mate, we've got them tonight.
Haven't we?
We talk about this a lot, and I think it's a case of I don't care about the name. I don't care about what it looks like. As long as they're doing different types of devices. If you keep bringing out the same looking mod that's got the same specs, same features, then I'm not interested. If you bring out something that's, or I don't want them to do an Apple either, where they just put up the wattage by 40 watts or whatever. I want an actual different device. Get more features, get better features, get a different shape, get a different airflow. Something to make it actually different, and not going, it can do 10 watts more.
My biggest gripe is that as much as they make these mods indestructible, IP67, all that, they never work on the tanks. And I actually emailed Geek Vape and gave them a suggestion, but I've been beaten to it by Vaporesso, who I don't have much information on this yet, but this is pretty much the damn idea I'd sent to Geek Vape about the tank. This is the Force TX80. It's as much information as I've got at the minute. I have no details about the mod. But the tank, obviously, design-wise, is designed to be rugged and to take a beating, which I'm really looking forward to seeing, because broken bubble glass is always a pain, and obviously with this one, you're a lot more protected. I know there have been tanks that have done this, but I want something really robust that you could chuck around. The tank's not going to get destroyed. So, yeah, something new from Vaporesso. Good idea?
Yeah, obviously they're smashing the products out now, aren't they? That must come with on something as well.
Yeah, I think by the name is the Force TX80, so I imagine it's an 80 watt, perhaps single battery device or internal battery, 80 watts, Gav. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So it's probably quite a small mod with this. It looks the tank looks massive.
It's going to take the GX coils.
Yeah, I imagine it would take. I suppose it'd take the GTX coils, I guess. But yeah, as soon as I get more information on that, I'll let you know. I've got lots of nice fun things first. So let's carry on quickly with one that had been sent to me as well. Big thanks to everyone for sending me details on the Vupu Drag Max dual 18650 device. Obviously, it's got up top the PNP pods, so take all the PNP coils up to 177 watts. Obviously, just carrying on from the Argus GT and the original Drag and Drag S and Drag X. A dual battery version of it.
I think I've got that coming.
Ooh. Yeah, me possibly. We'll see. So I'm quite a fan of this. A lot of people like the Drag X and the Drag S, even though they're pod systems. I'm quite enjoying it. What should I do next? Okay, a couple of quick ones. I'm very worried about time. Right, let's see if this works. Here we go. Vicious Ant. So this is the marquee that we've all been talking about for the last 16 years. This is just one of the different color variants that are available. It's a DNA 75C single 18650 battery. I still don't have any information on the top, what the biggest tank size you can get on it, diameter wise. But there are obviously the stabilized wood versions that are $550. And there's also a really nice clear version. It's that clear acrylic, which is $450. So for those
that looks really, really nice, though. I quite like that.
Yeah, I'm a fan. But yeah.
Coily.
So yeah, for those that have been watching for the past 5 years, seeing every week me giving little teaser pictures, finally we have some proper information. Okay.
Simon?
I absolutely love that.
That the stabled ones as well. There are some really nice ones on their website. There's one that's like mostly white, like a milky white with a bit of wood in there. Really, really nice. Reedy saying 25 mil. That would be good. Thanks, Reedy. Yeah. So finally, people, I can put the Vicious Ant marquee to bed because I'm done with it. Moving on, a bit more stabilized wood for you. The Ultrona. Oh no, not stabilized wood. What am I talking about? It's just because it's Ultrona. The Ultrona Fallout Gaia. So this is a dual 21700 DNA 250C device. Don't have much on this. There's some kind of collab going on with someone else, but I can't remember. So I'll find out and let you know next week. I just can't remember. It might be Vape Around or someone like that. But they're using the Gaia name that they used before, so that really is Gaia. Why don't they choose something else? I've got 2 more mods. It's been mostly mods this week, isn't it? It's been nice. This is, now correct me if I'm wrong, people, I'd never heard this company before, although they have been around a little while. The Curdo, Curdo. This is the Halo mod. And if you haven't seen Curdo before, I did a bit of research on them. They've put out some really interesting mods. So go check them out. I don't think they're very easy to get hold of. It might be one of them Chinese orders you've got to make. This is a dual 18650 device, 218 watts. Very simple display. This kind of odd look. But yeah, some of the other mods they've brought out have been pretty cool looking. It's coming in 3 colors. There.
Looks like either a radiator or a cheese grater.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I quite like it though. It looks pretty cool. It's pretty...
Next challenge: who can use one of them to cheese grate an onion?
It does look like one of them, like like radiator covers you used to
Radiator,
get.
yeah. Samantha's just said that radiator. Yeah. Turdo, Gary says it looks like Turdo. I mean, it looks good. It's pretty classic, pretty nice. Last but not least, big shout out to Chris, Full Moon. He sent me this exact image. This is from Bestia Mods. This is the Baby Bruto. There was a bigger version of this, which was a dual 18650. This one is a dual parallel 18350. So yeah, it was sent to me to kind of have a look at. Looks very interesting. Bogan's just done a review on it as well. So if you are interested, go and check it out. But it's good to see 18350s being used in dual battery mode in mechs. It's pretty cool. And that's it.
Dude, you're an absolute star. Thank you very much. We just sat there and got loads of like absolute fucking idiots there though.
I've never seen so many deleted messages in chat before ever in my life.
It's new because obviously Cheech is back, and then you've got others who are like joining in. Big shout out to the Spanners for dealing with it.
I did look. I was looking at some of the deleted messages, and the one from Vic saying that he lied. He paid me to review Coily. Absolutely no way.
Well, you don't have to say anything about it.
No.
It's not big.
No. It made me sort of squeal when I was reading it. It's just,
Cheech should get a real job.
Yeah, Cheech should not be a child molesting idiot. That's what he should be.
I've just got this vision that Vaporwave Vic's going to pop up and be like, how come I got blocked? What the fuck?
Think about it. It's Cheech. He's one of these people. If you put your proper name up, mate, see what happens then. Do you know my mum's obviously passed away? He stuck a comment on my dead mum's post. That's how great Cheech is. That's the type of person. I'll get a fucking right-hander from me. Anyway, let's get on to a nicer note. Let's go on to the deals. It's the deals time. Let's play the bumper. Cashty, it's the deals in a week. We will be doing the... we're running over time, people, so it might be another 5-10 minutes before we actually do the giveaway, but we will sort that out in a second.
My screen's not working properly, so I'll have to do it like that. Hello. Welcome to my hour and a half section. Vault RDA by Osmodus. I'm pretty sure I've had this before. I think it's a 24 mil. Yeah, 24 mil diameter, 22 inner. There you go, from 28 pound to £9. And that's it from
That's not bad, is it? Big shout out to Samantha. It's her birthday. Big love.
Happy birthday to you.
That's the only deal we've got this week from Evolution, believe it or not.
Ooh.
Shame. But you will, I'm not even going to try and say it, with the RDA 80 watt starter kit, down from £50 to £18. Eat your heart out. Takes at 18,650. Single, obviously. Onward and forth. They're all the colours for anyone that wants to see the colours. Onward and forth. I banged this in because it's down from 31 quid to 17. Although I do think, I can't remember what I sell them for. Shamefully. But it's an alright kit for starters. I know they're still very popular in this day and age. So I thought I'd bang it on because they are decent starter kits.
Bobo still swears by them to customers. He's still, you know, T18.
Yeah, do you know, I've never stocked them in the brick and mortar shop up until recently. And I've started stocking them. And I pretty much can't keep them in. Because like I said before, for quitters, I always, for people starting on vaping and quitting cigarettes, I always used to recommend the Node. But I've started stocking them in now, especially now I've stopped doing the original Node. But onward. The E-Leaf iStick Rim 80-watt starter kit. I think I've reviewed this. It's a single 18650. It goes up to 80 watts. Down from 50 quid to 26. An alright little starter kit. It does mouth to lung and direct to lung. So if you, yeah, again, it's one of them sort of starter kits. But if someone doesn't know where they want to start, because some people do want to start at clouding, some people want to start MTL, it's an alright place to start. Onward. Smock Stick V9, 3000 milliamp hour battery. It's Smock, so we'll move on. They're all the colours. It's down from 67 quid to 37 quid. Eat your heart out. You saved 30 quid. Come on. iJoy Avenger 270 free 334 200. Oh my Christ. Does anyone else want to take
Get
over?
the teeth in, son. Get the teeth in.
2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 4.
234 watt. That's it. That'll do. 234 watt voice control kit. Takes dual 18650 batteries. I think this. I was never a fan of this. I've never reviewed it, but I just weren't a fan.
Why is it called the 270? Is it like?
Because that's what they were aspiring to get the wattage up to, but they couldn't quite make it. A bit like when I did the 52-hour live. I wanted to make it a bit more, but couldn't quite make it, so I left it at 52-hour. But that's down from 90 quid to 40 quid. Come on. Now, I've never actually seen this before. Have either of you two?
Lexicon, I've seen it. I've never had one though.
235 watt kit, down from £100 to £51. Dual 18650. Looks pretty. I like it. Don't like the tank though. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it looks like a big block, doesn't it? The whole thing.
Yeah, it looks like a kid's pretend vape, doesn't it?
It's like Iron Man.
The Geek Vape Creed RTA, down from this, by the way, we want to thank Darren M, because we were talking earlier on Instagram and about his wins, because he's won everything on every wheel lately. He even managed to get one of my Drag X's for £10. Congrats. But this is the Geek Vape Creed RTA. It's sent to this link and the Smock Apriv, which is next. Down from £27 to £14. So thanks for that, Darren. I have got the deck picture via, if you want to see the deck. Onward. Smock Apriv 225 watt, only £20 from £50. Yet again, thanks to Darren for that.
It's not bad at all, that.
Is Joule 18650. I forgot for a second then. But it's Smock again.
Can I just stop you there quickly, Harley? Gareth, Mr. Shrek Barker has been mentioning the SX Minis are on special sale eSig 1. I think you can get the T whatever is series for about 60 quid. And there's a couple of others as well. They've got a big SX Mini deal going on. Cheers, Shrek.
And then on to Vapemill. My store.
Vapemill.
I do want to apologise for anyone. I do keep mentioning that it's not officially launched. The sales still go through. It's all very secure still. But it's not running as fast as it should be. So I'm still working on that. That's the main focus at the minute. But this week's deals is Fresh Vape Co. That range, 100ml short fills down from 12 quid to 8 quid. Aspire Nautilus Prime Kit, £39 to £27. The UL word that I'm not going to say 2 tank down from £30 to 17. Loaded 100ml short fill is £14 2p. Why is it 2p? What sort of idiot prices something
You
at
price
£14
it.
and 2p?
And where can they get this from?
These are all available at vapemill.co.uk.
And also, there's going to be a promo code.
There is. We've got 2. We have. Let me just close screen. I'll bang them in on the end of the show, but we've got 2. We've got Free Men 25, which is active from the moment we stop the show till midnight tonight. That gives you 25% off site-wide, excluding on sale products. And then we've got Free Men 30, and that activates from midnight tonight up to midnight tomorrow night, and that gives you 30% off all e-liquid. So that one's e-liquid only.
Well done. We're so lucky to have that, mate. So thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, obviously because the god's here, Mr. Coily yourself, for you to win 2 bottles of the brand new flavours from the Rochford Project. I should turn them around properly. What you've got to put in is Mr. Coily. Go now. Hit it, people. Mr. Coily. There we go. Giveaway. Put Coily in, people, and you get a chance to win. I have actually changed this to mods as well.
We still got the spinny wheel.
Pardon?
We still got the spinny wheel.
We've got the spinny wheel. Yep, we've got the spinny wheel. Unfortunately, I think somebody else has got the spinny wheel, have they?
Yeah, Benny did, but he did say he'd deliberately stolen it from another show, so we let him off.
The thing about it is, obviously, Benny is one of our close friends, and I love Benny to bits.
Love Benny.
So make sure you go out and check his show after this, which is the mixing show. And also you've got the wonderful, the one and only Chunkmeister as well after this as well. Go and check him. Mr. Coily, it's coming down to the end of the night, mate. I'm gutted.
I know, me too. I've loved it. Still shit at chat. I'm still rubbish at looking at chat. I've been sort of, while you were doing your news, your tech and stuff like that, I was scrolling back through all the chat just to see. I think it was Gareth Shrek if I was still travelling, or somebody did say last year I was travelling back to York, Lancashire every day. No, I'm not been to Lancashire for a long time now.
The thing
6 months nearly.
You didn't do the news.
No, I didn't know I was supposed to be doing the news.
You'd have to come back again then.
I was going to say, get me back and I'll make sure I have the news next time.
We'll have the news sorted already out. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you back on, mate. And I've been begging you for a while, haven't I?
You have, yeah. No, it's just been brilliant to come back. Love it.
Please come back and just get this flat cap fellow away, seriously.
No.
I hope a troll hasn't entered, because I'm not quite sure if we've got everybody on here. We've got 65 eligible users on this one. Do you know what a bit? Oh, there we go. It's there. We need to move him, so he's not eligible.
I think vaping with Vic.
Yeah, vaping with Vic.
Two might have. It could be the real Vic.
There's actually a vape mill in it as well.
Yeah, get rid of him.
I'll go through them. Coily, last time to go, people, before we leave. Make sure you get it in. You've got Coily. You've got 65. Keep talking, flat cap.
Sorry, can I just say, talking to Juice Ed, and I'm still waiting for my baked bean juice. I've not received it yet.
You not got it yet?
No.
It's still in the post.
I would say it's still sat behind him somewhere, or his vape's at one of the two.
Is it still available, Aidan?
Yeah, you can actually still get it from the wonderful
Juice Cabin.
Yeah, Juice Cabin. Yeah, get it from there. I didn't. Like I said when I first did it, I didn't have a lot to do with it. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the people.
Orange Tic Tacs, wasn't it?
Orange Tic Tac, yeah. See, obviously I like a spearmint and I like an orange Tic Tac. Right, people, it's done. I think I've got rid of all the. I'm just looking now, so I've got rid of all the
trolls.
All
yeah,
the
why
trolls.
is there so many trolls tonight?
What's happening? I think obviously now you've got Cheech about, and certain other people don't like the show's doing really well. Okay, people. We have got, this is who is in after we've cut it off. Lee Armitage. There we go. Tetley Man. There shouldn't be any doubled up or anything like that. I have made sure that the spanners can actually go in as well. If I have missed you, I am so sorry. Just double check on that. Let me
There's a lot of entries in it on the wheel.
Let me just double check on this. I think there's nobody else I've missed off. Because I did miss some people off the other week. Well, it was actually they were mods. So I think we've got everybody, I think. I really do think we've got everybody.
If Liz wins again, it's definitely a fix. 100%.
You try your best. The thing is, you try your best. You just really try your best. Right, we're going to spin it, people. We are spinning. And the winner is Gary F1872. You can get in touch with me either over on Facebook, or if you get older, just get hold of me. I'll put my email address if you need that. Let's get off of that screen.
Well done, Gary.
There we go. Let me just get the... Where is it? There we go. So, say your goodbyes, Mr. Wonderful Flat Cap.
Well, first of all, to chat, thank you very much for joining us for another great evening and for the lovely time. So thanks for joining us. Thanks all the spanners. You've been very busy this evening. I hope your fingers, mouses, and keyboards are worn out, but we really appreciate all you do. Simon, it's a pleasure to stream with you again. It's great to see you. Well done with everything you've been up to. Hopefully we see more of you soon as well. And to Mr. Vapemill and Mr. Aiden, thanks so much. Everybody's lots. See you next week.
Vapemill?
I'm just typing. E-liquid, I'm just putting that as it. Thanks, guys. It's been wonderful. Mr. Coily, I've never actually met you before, so I know we haven't met, but it's been nice to talk to you.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
It's been great. Chat, you've been lovely, including all the spam. I mean, it still counts as views, so I'm grateful for you coming, even if he's free on. Spanners, you've been lovely, keeping them away. Rest of a genuine chat, thank you. It's been great. Anyone watching on replay, make sure you comment and say hello. And I'll say hello back to you next week with Gazza's do. It's been absolutely lovely. I forgot everything else. The deals are in chat right now. 25% off till midnight tonight, 30% off for tomorrow, free men 25, free men 30. How hard can it be? Thanks, guys.
Do you know, it's really nice to say this. Over to Mr. Coily.
Thank you, as always, to everybody in chat and all the love from the majority of people. It's been really nice to see. I've missed being in here and just sort of seeing everybody again and hearing from everybody again and meeting obviously Flat Cap again. And it's just honestly, I love it. I've really missed it. And thank you to Aiden. Thank you to the three of you for inviting me on. It's been really nice. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, and again, thank you to everybody in chat for all the love you've shown. And just sorry to say thank you to all the people. There's probably some in chat that I haven't said, but all those people that are supporting me on my charity thing, support me on my weight loss, keep popping on Facebook and putting messages on there. It means the absolute world. Thank you very much indeed, especially to Dean and Gabe, who are always on there giving me some support. It means the world. Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, get over there to Simon's page. I don't think you're doing much on the Coily page, but get over there and support him. If you've got an odd quid, go and stick it in there. The same as mine. Stop October. Make sure you get over there and support Little Bro Vapes. I think I've had a couple more actual people go on there and support us. It's going to be 31 days of me not having a beer. It's going to be an absolute nightmare, but we're going to get through it. Big love to everybody who is in chat. The spanners, you have worked your chatcholes off all night. Thank you so much for what you've done. Chat, you are absolutely a bunch of stars. Thank you so much for everybody who's watching on the replay. Please leave your comments down below so we can read them out next week. Black Cap, I love you. Vape Mill, you're a star, but you have small onions. Mr. Coily, it's been emotional to have you back on, mate. I absolutely think the world of you and your wife. We have been good mates for a lot of years. It's so nice you've come back on. I've missed you so much. We were at the start of all of this, and it's so nice to see you. And I love you so much. You're an absolute star. Big love to everybody. Make sure you join us next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. It's 3 Men and a Vape Show. We'll see you next week. Good night. Oh, maybe I should. Oh, it's okay. Just do it.
Cheech, you get a real job. Cheech, you get a real job.
I'm the real Cheech.
I love podkits.